the Rory McIlroys and Jordan Spieth and stuff like that are up there constantly making money. If I'm a medium name golfer and I can go play for Liv and the Rory McIlroys and I was like, I can hear myself.
Yeah, just making sure it works.
Yeah.
A delayed reaction.
We're live now. We're just setting up the stage now, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's exactly what I said was, if you're going to give me $60 million and you're going to pay me to get out there, you're going to fly me in a private jet, put me in a super nice hotel, like, why wouldn't anybody do that?
I saw the jet that they were flying on. Insane.
I mean, it's Saudi Arabia. They're rich.
A huge bar in it. Yeah. It was insane.
So at what point if someone offers you $120 million, what wouldn't you do if they're going to fly you out somewhere for $120 million?
Well, the argument is the prestige of playing in the PGA. You're playing with the best in the world, no matter what, yada, yada, yada. But like I said, that's $120 million.
I'm going to so when the losers of the PGA are, just sucking, I'm going to be in the crowd with my money, like fanning myself just for the one time I showed up.
And if I'm not that good, I'm hoping these top golfers go to Live because it's only going to give me a better chance to win.
Exactly. It's the money for me.
Yeah.
It's not about, I don't care if you know my name. I don't care if a wife, attacks me with a golf club. I just want to make the money.
You put 9 figures in front of my face to play a sport that I'm already good at. You're going to fly me out there privately and I just have to show up and play. And I'm already going to get the money.
Exactly.
Like, fuck prestige, my man.
What do I want? A green jacket?
Well, that's the thing too. Like, it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
You just show up and play.
Up. Yeah.
There's nothing like you're getting a paycheck no matter what. In PGA, you have to actually qualify.
Yeah.
To the last day to get paid.
Yeah. So it's and they don't comp you, so you pay for your own hotels. I mean, there's guys that have sponsors, but a regular dude that's just making it up in the top. You just saw the guy that just won. He's flying Ryanair, can't even get his damn trophy in the fucking overhead.
I think we're on the same page here. I think we would all just take the money.
But now, do you like tournaments outside of that, like I think it's the Masters, or Augusta, where they get jackets and it's all prestigious? Do you let those guys that are playing and Live come to that tournament and play?
I mean, I would, but I don't run PGA. I don't know.
I also don't know what the gentleman about golf besides country clubs.
I mean, if they're going to have their green jacket, I'm going to have my freaking windbreaker stuffed with money.
I'll have a gold jacket. Really?
Oh, what just happened?
Oh, no, it's on your beard. No.
Oh my God. Hang on. Randall, don't move, dude. I got to take a picture of this.
Why was the lid off?
He used it.
Because I used it, man. I gave it to you. I thought you was going to.
Oh, I wish y'all could see this.
Oh my God. All right. So we got to set the stage. We brought some hot sauce.
We got some hot sauce today.
For our buddy Randall to have. And he just, were you going to shake it?
Yeah. Oh, he did shake it.
You got to put your finger on the lid, man. You don't do that? You don't put your finger on the lid when you shake stuff?
The lid's already kind of cracked.
Broken.
But the lid doesn't pop off. Trust me, because I shook it earlier.
Oh my God.
It's in your beard.
And his shirt's white. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, I took a picture of it, dude. We're gonna put that out on
Devo's
Twitter.
hot sauce for your butthole. I saw this online and I went and read the reviews and they actually said the hot sauce was really, really good. So I took it to work and I told our producer here that I'd bring it by today so we could try. But before we started, Broot over here decided to try it again because he already tried it and he liked it.
This is not on me.
Well, he tried it, apparently didn't secure the cap all the way, and our lovely producer decided to do this number to shake it up, but when he did, the cap shot off and he flung hot sauce all over his shirt. And the worst part was he looked around to see if it went anywhere and it was all in his beard, so he just smeared it all over his shirt.
So okay, whenever I pick something up to shake it, I always the finger on.
Yep.
Because you can never trust the lid will be on.
I don't think he's trusting
always
me now.
Finger on. Yeah, he's went and changed his shirt.
I can't wait to hear what he thinks about the hot sauce.
It's good hot sauce.
I like it a lot.
Steve-O's hot sauce. I like it a lot.
That on some like carnita tacos or something would be money.
Welcome back, buddy.
So, story. That's not the first time that's happened to me.
Really?
Yeah. So when I was probably in high school at the time, back at, living at home, and we were having tacos, and obviously you got to have hot sauce for your tacos. I grab the hot sauce. I go to shake it. It was all over the ceiling, all over the wall behind me, all over me.
And that didn't make you change your shaking method?
No,
Dude, like,
the lid's supposed to be on.
you know what? Fool me once, shame on me. But fool me twice,
Can't be fooled again, right?
can't. Fool me once, can't be fooled again. Old W.
To be fair, though, the hot sauce was good.
It's good, right?
Even though it went all over the place, it was good.
yeah, it's
It is
good.
good. All right. Should we start the actual show? Start
Yeah,
the
we
actual
can. Yeah,
recording
kick
of
it
the,
off,
of the
kick it
real
off with beer of the
podcast.
day.
So go ahead and get that music for
Cyberpunk, right?
the other one.
Urban.
Yep. You can stop it. There we go.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone, to Broot, Ferg, and Friends. I'm, of course, Broot.
Ferg here. Welcome back.
And what's up, producer?
I'm here in the background.
Mr. Soren. All right, y'all. It's been a while since we've had since we record a show. We're sorry for the technical difficulties. We're still figuring out the live stream thing while we also record.
Well, and I had COVID.
And Ferg did have COVID, so he was out for a week. And then, but the week after that, I think we were both traveling.
So it was a week before that we were traveling, and then I
And
didn't
then
get out
you
of
had
COVID jail
COVID.
until what, 4 days ago?
Yeah.
And then we were just swamped with work and getting back into it. That COVID wrecked my ass.
Yeah.
It was no joke.
Please explain.
Oh, I thought you've had COVID.
No, I
Is
haven't.
that a HIPAA violation? Oh God. No, yeah, it started with my father-in-law getting it, and he took it like a boss. He was bedridden for like a day. He said he kind of felt gross, and then he was perfectly fine. He walked around the house in a mask, and everyone else was fine. So I just thought, I guess I beat it. And then about 3 days later, I felt like dog shit at the house. Tested, was negative. The next day I woke up with a headache, like I partied my ass off the night before, coughing, sneezing, the works, tested positive. And then they said I had to quarantine for 5 more days on top of that. And I thought to myself, like, it's going to pass in like 2 days. I'm not really worried about it. You still have hot sauce on your arm.
Ah, shit.
Nice. Nice.
And no, it did floor me. It floored me for like 5 days. I was out. I didn't feel good until the 6th day, but I was obviously behind. And then, yeah, we're just busy. But the producer was also on vacation, so it would have made it different, a little different. We didn't want to go back to the old way.
Yeah, I know.
Just fucking everywhere.
It went everywhere. I'm surprised it's not on the ceiling.
I'm surprised I didn't get on that. That would have been impressive. Dramatic
Right?
effect. Okay, so yeah, welcome back. My bad. Go ahead. Yeah, that was it.
So we're back. There's no challenge today, just a regular old podcast, thank God. But we do have a hot sauce. We'll call this the hot sauce of the day.
Yeah, sure.
This is Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole.
Yep.
And y'all know that I'm not a hot sauce guy, but this was actually really good, and the burn isn't that bad. There is a burn, but it's not like gonna lay you out and kill you. It was really good.
It's got
I really
a
enjoyed
very
it.
strong vinegary taste at first, but then it's almost like sweet heat after that, I would say.
We see. I didn't even taste the vinegar in it when
I
I had
smelt it immediately as I opened the bottle. But I don't mind vinegar. Like, I don't love it. I mean, I love garlic and onion and like smokiness in my hot sauces first. But it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
See, I grew up on Tabasco sauce, so like, I like the vinegary kind of flavor, but that is really good.
And I think that's why I think I don't mind the vinegary because I was the same. That's all my grandparents had was Tabasco. But I think like a little bit of me like despises it because we had so much of it. Like that's all it was. It was Tabasco or ketchup. Like, all right, I guess I'm putting both.
I think so. My wife, I think for a punishment, did the Tabasco on the tongue, but I think she liked it, so they stopped doing it.
Oh, that's clutch. Ours was dish soap. That shit was gross.
Yeah, mine, it was a bar of Dove,
Yep.
and you had to put it in your mouth and hold it there for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who the fuck started that? Like, really think about it.
Well, I mean, if you cuss, I'm gonna wash your mouth out with dirty words. I don't know where it started.
Oh,
But like
you really think it was wash your mouth out? I mean, that kind of makes sense.
My-
actually.
It does
Yeah.
make sense.
All right, time to Google.
But my thing is like, on the soap bar, I'm pretty sure it says "Do not ingest."
Oh yeah, of course it does.
Yeah, it does. But my grandmother, I was actually raised by my great grandmother. Both my parents worked, and so she would babysit me. But yeah, if I said something bad, even if I said crap, I was getting some Dove in my mouth. So,
What you got, Ferg?
It actually started with women. It was to sanitize women's language from the 1820s. A guy, and this is off of bitchmedia.org, so we'll see how true this is, but a man in Rugby, England came home to find his wife drunk. As punishment for her unacceptable behavior, he threw her in a pond, dragged her out, shoved a bar of soap into her mouth, and she said she had plenty of water to wash so she could wash out her mouth with soap. And that's carried on to this day.
All
So
right.
when you have a foul mouth, you're washing your bad words, your sinful mouth out with soap.
well,
That's where it came from.
be careful next time you start cussing around me.
Damn, my wife better watch out next time I come home and she's drunk. I'm just kidding. I don't have a pond by my house.
All right, what's the beer of the day? I see something sitting over here.
Okay, so this is cool. Okay, so shout out to my buddy Rod, first name Bryant, for the beers. He had got some from back in the States. This one's from California. He had some other beers, but they took the other ones and left the California ones in his check bag. It's 7.6% alcohol by volume. It's called Captain Fatty's the Blue IPA. Now, he gave me like 5 or 7. I may have had them over the course of the weekend. And I had 2. Okay, I told my wife I was going to do this. I had 2 left. Oh, my bad, Randall. I had 2 left. And last night I was packing my podcast bag. I was like, all right, let me grab these 2 beers so we both can try one. And I go into the refrigerator, and I'm like, that's weird. I only have 1 beer left. And I'm looking, and I'm like, I wonder why I only have 1 beer left. I was like, they were attached together by this little like device, almost like a 6-pack container. So I packed my bag and I go in the bedroom and I was like, hey babe, you know anybody that's been in the refrigerator? Like, I had 2 beers in there. And she's like, no, I never touch your beers. And I was like, that's really weird because I saved 2 of the same ones specifically for me. And I look over and the damn can is in her cup holder where she's sitting.
So she not only did she lie to you
Yeah.
outright,
Oh yeah.
but you caught her red-handed.
Yeah. And then I was like, let me take a drink of it. That's the one that's really good. And I lifted it up. The shit was bone dry.
So she lied to you. So does that mean you can wash her mouth out?
Yeah, because then she tried to Uno reverse me today because she was like, hey, I was like, hey, I got volleyball after work and then we got the podcast. And she's like, oh, so you're not going home for dinner? I was like, well, yeah. She's like, I didn't know you were doing your podcast today. And I was like, well, remember the debacle about the beer yesterday? And she's like, yeah, you said that, but you didn't say you were doing your podcast.
You got her, dude.
I got her.
You got her, dude. She deserves some soap in the mouth.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have a pond, but I got a bathtub.
There you go.
Okay, so let's try it. But yeah, Captain Fatty's, I'd be lying if I said I haven't tried this already. It's a really
Well,
good IPA.
I haven't tried it.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, geez. That's what
Try it.
That's what we call selfish.
It's so good. A little on the warm side, but
A little bit.
it's good.
Smells really good.
All of them were good.
Smells
So
really good.
Rod, thank you so much, dude. All of them were a smash hit, man. They were good.
I got a question. If we back up in the story here, you said they took his beers, but left the ones in the check baggage.
No, so let's see. Let me get this story right. But he said, so he had some in check baggage, which may or may not be against the rules, but we've all checked some stuff in our baggage. Let me see. For the purpose of this story, this man's name is Daniel. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Do I know Daniel?
what's that?
Do I know Daniel?
Nope. Let me see. These batch of beers came from the Vandenberg area. Customs took my beers from Houston. So, yep. So basically they opened up his shit in a connecting area and left the ones from California and took his ones from Texas.
They were like, oh, we like these ones. And they do that.
I have had that happen.
I actually recently went on a trip, my wife and I bought some artisanal rum. Artisanal rum.
I don't even know what that is, dude.
Just good rum. Like it was all these infused rums, like coffee rum, peach rum.
Is that what an artisanal rum is?
I don't know. It was called artisanal rum. That's what it said on the label. Okay.
All right, bro, I'm listening.
Will you just let me tell the story?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So, but I put them in our checked bags and we flew. And when I opened up my bag, we had that letter in there saying, oh, your bag was searched and we found nothing wrong with it. Thank you for, allowing us to search your bag, which I don't think any of us allow them to search our bags. They just do it.
Your check bag?
My checked bag.
Yeah, they just do it.
And all of my rum gone. All of it.
So I've never had him take everything.
How many bottles was it?
4.
That's why. So I'm reading online here. You're only allowed 2 liters of alcohol or alcoholic beverages of an alcohol strength by volume up to 22%.
But couldn't they have left 2 bottles? Like take 2 and leave the other 2.
It's crazy.
No, once you
wine
have more than 2, they take it.
Oh
I've
my
gotten
God.
wine through no problems. And I've brought Shiner Cheer, which is my favorite beer of all time. We were coming home one year. They had some Shiner Cheer, and I had Shiner Cheer in my check bag. I always get like Whataburger hot sauce, Whataburger honey mustard, and I load up on seasonings like rubs and marinades and everything from Texas because I'm biased. And then I had Julio's chips, which are the best tortilla chips you'll ever have. They're Mexican restaurant style chips. They're seasoned ever so lightly.
Are they from Texas?
Yeah, of course, dude. Duh.
Well, I mean, you're
Yeah.
a little biased.
Well, I only get shit from Texas. Okay.
A little?
And
I mean, I mean, look at this.
Texas, go Spurs.
The crazy thing is he's from Texas, but he's a Jacksonville Jaguars
Okay,
fan.
why we gotta drink?
Yeah, that is true.
The guy that got me this beer is a Houston Texans fan. Okay, that's a little worse. So, as I was saying before y'all shit on me, I opened my bag when I got done, and they left the beer, took my ketchups and mustards, and took my Julio's chips. But they left the beer and they left the seasonings, but they took everything else.
Yeah, so you can bring 16 liters of beer into the country, into Germany. In England, it's 42 liters.
Oh, my man. There we go.
Just gotta start going to England and driving from England.
But they couldn't even hook my boy up. Like, they just took all his Texas stuff. They're like, California can't make beer. Keep this shit, motherfucker.
Breweries are in California. It's like over 800.
Yeah, I'm not worried about California, though. Yeah, don't start being biased towards California.
I hate California.
Well, there's an end to that.
Yeah, that's it. Done.
Well, what'd you think of the beer?
No, it's good. I feel like if it was colder, you would get the hoppiness much more.
It tastes very similar to the Brewdog IPA.
It does.
Punk IPA.
Yeah. But yeah, that's an IPA I could sit and just drink. That's really good.
So yeah, thanks, Rod.
So,
oh shoot, Russia's listening to us.
what are you doing over there?
I'm not doing nothing.
We do have a comment here in chat here from the live. It says, can the next episode be forcing Ferg to watch a full 9-inning baseball game challenge?
Oh,
I think that'd be interesting. And you know what? We'll even watch my favorite baseball team, the Oakland A's, and we can watch the Oakland A's get their ass kicked.
So you can probably, what would be better is over the next week, you can watch me sleep for 4 hours and then we'll just post that.
No, I don't want to see that sloppy mess sleeping, dude.
Well, that's what's going to happen if you turn baseball on.
No.
Now, see, what I think of when you're sleeping is I sent you that TikTok a while ago with all those guys with sleep apnea and they put their stuff on and it's playing Danger Zone from Top Gun.
I don't have a mask yet. So instead of just be like, oh, that's what you're going to hear. Someone's cutting wood. Can we do that? Yeah, we can watch some. How about we'll do this? I'll watch baseball highlights and I'll critique them.
We should do a challenge.
Of you watching baseball?
No. Like some sort of challenge
But fuck
where
whoever said that.
if you lose, you have to watch a full baseball game beginning to end.
But it's not like I haven't done that before. I just don't like it.
But you have to watch it on. I mean, you have to watch it live. We'll record it and we'll get the highlights.
We'll have baseball playing in the background while we do the podcast.
No. Like we'll get you.
You're at home or something.
We'll get you watching it, and then we will.
All right, how about this? Okay, yes, we'll do a challenge. And if I lose, I'll watch a full 9 innings and I will tweet out me watching the baseball game.
You live tweet the game. Okay, so I'm gonna put this out to our listeners
And I'll watch it live. I'll watch it live. So if it's at 2 a.m, I'll tweet out at 2 a.m. watching this dog shit.
And he will. His word is his bond. I do know that. So what we need is some sort of challenge for Ferg to do
I'm
in order.
scared of what's going to come back from this.
So I have no nothing on top of my head right now, but I feel like we can get something. We can get something good.
The thing that would come to my head is he would have to pick like a score of a game, like whatever team won kind of thing.
I do like to gamble. So.
Like the All-Star games coming up, American versus National League.
Oh, God, I would obliterate that because I know nothing. 46-38.
This isn't football.
The ball goes over the fence. He's like, hey, it's a touchdown. All right. That's 7 points, right?
Yeah, we could do that. I'm down with that.
But you want to piss off baseball nerds? Like a really good way? Do you know a good way to piss off baseball nerds?
Immediately say I like the Yankees.
No, I mean that's one way. But like after you see a game, it's like, oh, this team got 9 points, and the other team only got 3 points, and they'll be like, it's runs.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
9 runs.
I don't understand the whole error thing. Is that like when someone messes up, they actually track that, or is that just the pitcher?
Like if you I do know this. I think.
Here we go.
But like if you. Like, let's say the ball's coming to me and I catch it and I drop it, and the guy who hit it gets a base, that's an error. Like, I messed up and it caused someone to either get a base or a point.
Okay, so level 2 for you here. What's an unforced error?
An unforced error?
Yeah, I hear that on ESPN all the time.
I don't know. Whoever's watching, put it in the thing, or we can look it up. I don't know what that is.
I got it.
That wasn't a stump you question. I literally have no idea.
I don't know either. If you want to know, oh man, that's a lot.
Unforced error in baseball is not an officially kept statistic. It is instead the opinion of someone watching the game.
Oh.
Huh. Well, damn, ESPN, way to go.
I mean, ESPN, they have a lot of
They do have a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because while we were talking about this, you spurned something in me, and I just wanted to say that there's 50 days, 5 hours, and 33 minutes until the kickoff of football season. 50 days.
You know that really well.
And you're being corrected. It has to be a routine play for the air. It's like if it's like a jump and you drop it, it's not technically an air. So a routine play would be like, I'm a shortstop. I field the ball. I throw it the first I ever throw it.
Okay. I jive with it. Soren, have you been to a game in London yet? Are you excited?
I have been. I've been to a Browns game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that when they played the Broncos?
I don't know if they played the Broncos. I don't remember. I just remember I was there because my buddy was a Browns fan and he wanted to go a game. The only Colts game that was in London, I got deployed for, so I didn't get to go.
Oh, that life.
So are you going to a game?
Yeah, we're going to the Jaguars game.
Oh, okay. So you and Ferg are going. Who else is going?
Oh, Sean.
Oh, and Sean. Okay.
People know who Sean are.
Is that's it, right? Just the 3 are going?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Broot was not invited.
Why wasn't Broot invited? You must elaborate.
Well, Broot is not a big sports guy.
Okay.
But Broot likes to be included. All right.
I mean, we're including you in the conversation.
What about the last race Randall invited you to? You didn't want to be included in that.
You mean the race?
All right, first off,
you mean the race that I wasn't invited to that y'all went to?
No, the one before that.
don't throw me under the bus because I invited them to a race.
The one before
I said that.
The one before that, I had plans. And I couldn't make it.
Can you elaborate on how often you have plans?
But
Broot,
he
please?
also said that he doesn't like racing.
There you go.
And you know what else I said? I said I hate friends, and I hate hanging out with my friends.
But what about the podcast name?
This is just a business venture.
Oh, look, next time you'll be invited. I am glad this is going to rub it in Broot's face because the next day I brought it up at work and he was kind of mad. You know, he did some research and he's like, well, the section you told me was sold out. And I was like, what? I just bought the tickets last night. And I went. I'm glad we bought them because that entire section, it was like onesie and twosie tickets on that whole side of the stadium.
Yeah. Sold out.
It was nuts.
I went and looked and I was like, oh, all right.
I was like, no way, dude. I logged into my account and looked and I was like, oh, fuck, there's seats nowhere. Well, now we know, dude. Maybe we'll go see like badminton or something together.
I mean, there is a game in Munich,
The tickets drop tomorrow, I think.
and that's Tampa Bay.
Tomorrow's the 20th, right?
Get to go see the greatest of all time.
They drop on the 20th.
I'm going to be, I got a beer festival I'm going to.
Oh, see, remember when I said elaborate on these plans you have?
We did not say the date though. That's the thing, and he's already coming up with excuses.
It's on. I know when it is, and I know why I can't go. It's because I have the beer festival to go to. The beer festival that I think I invited Ferg to.
What's the date of this
So
This beer festival?
there's
November
two
12th.
sides to this coin. I was invited to a beer festival. And then I said, hell yeah, man, I'm down. Can I bring kids? And he said, oh, yeah, it's not really a kid activity. I'm sorry I have obligations.
I'm sorry you didn't pull out enough.
Oh, dude, I'm going to pull out Game Hall of Fame, okay? Secondly,
I'm pretty sure you failed 3 times.
no, those are planned. They were all planned.
Sure.
Secondly,
No. I know for a fact that one of your children, you were like, well, she was a surprise.
look, dude, we're talking about your plans for the last 6 months, okay? She wasn't a surprise. She got here faster than we thought, okay? We were like, we'll see how it happens. We'll see what happens. We'll take it as it is. And that shit happened in 3 weeks. Secondly, you're dodging the question. You've made a lot of plans lately and missed a lot of events. And here you go again with some more plans. So whose fault really is this?
This is your fault.
Typical. Close. It has to be like a routine play.
Wait, who
He's talking about the, I think,
Oh.
someone already covered it.
who are they playing in Munich? Tampa Bay, and is it Seahawks?
I think so. It's Tampa Bay and someone that nobody cares about. But if you just Google Tampa Bay Munich game, tickets will pop up. But I think they drop live tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow at like 9 p.m. our time, I think.
Yeah, I don't like fun. So
Well, if you don't like fun, you can't cry about it when you miss fun. That's what we're getting at. This is intervention.
It is versus the Seahawks, a team that nobody cares about.
But we all do care about my man TB12. I hated him when he was with the Patriots, but what I really learned was that I hate Patriots fans. I hate Lakers fans. I despise Cowboys fans more than anything.
So why? Explain the hate.
Because it's the current generation, right? The Cowboys fans that love the Cowboys now, they were just raised by their parents. Well, obviously they're raised by their parents, but they were raised by their parents who were diehard Cowboys fans who were still living in the 90s. You need another?
Yes. Surprise me.
Pause X.
Well, to continue that, they were raised that the team hasn't been to a Super Bowl in over like what 30
The
years,
Jags have more playoff wins than the Cowboys in the last, I think it's 20 years.
and every year they're saying this is our
We're going to
year.
the Super Bowl. Yep.
This is our year.
It's just like Lakers fans. They were so appalled they didn't make the playoffs last year. It's like, see how abysmal y'all were? Partially, I don't like Lakers fans is because they're rivals with San Antonio Spurs. And then Patriots fans, I mean, look, very few Patriots fans who I talk to, I say, please talk to me pre-Tom Brady. Tell me anything about the Patriots.
Yeah, but they were in that era for so long.
But do they have to though?
I'm a diehard Spurs fan. Do I sit here and just fucking talk about the Spurs franchise and the dynasty they built all fucking day? You know a Patriots fan because 30 minutes into a conversation, something's going to be brought up about the Patriots. Any sports conversation.
Oh, I don't think it'd be the Patriots. It'd just be Tom Brady.
I know.
But
I
Tom
know.
Brady left, and they're like, look, Mac Jones, he's the man. He's going to do it.
I think he might.
I don't think yet. I don't think he's bad. I think old boy that went to the Jets, what's his name? I think
Zach Wilson?
Yeah, Zach Wilson. Not happening.
No. Mac Jones is a steal for the Patriots.
Yeah. Mac Jones was a steal for the Patriots, but I didn't like Tom Brady until he went to the Bucks, and I watched him without so much hate, and I just watched him dissect teams, and I was like, damn, I missed a lot of good years with Tom Brady because he's a GOAT. I still pick Peyton Manning over him, but he's too good.
Well, I always say Peyton Manning's the better regular season player. Tom Brady's the better playoff season player.
2-minute drill, I take Peyton Manning over Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're talking about deep in the playoffs. Tommy's the boy, man.
He's a winner.
Yeah. I mean, the refs are kind of on his side. We won't talk about that. That's a bitter Jags fan. His knee didn't touch the ground. Anyways, you want to go to some Ask Reddit?
I have a random fact that I found out.
Oh, we're turning the tables here. Let's send it, dude. What's up?
So did you know that rats cannot live in perfect harmony?
Like there's always conflict?
So there was an experiment done, and I forgot the scientist's name, but he built this haven for rats, and he put some rats into it. Basically, the rats had to want for nothing. They had plenty of food. They had no predators. They had places to sleep, and the environment was always comfortable. So literal heaven for these rats. And over time, the rats stopped breeding. They got really lethargic. A lot of them just stopped eating and died. And a couple of males got aggressive and started killing the females and eating the babies.
But they were like perfectly happy, no bad conditions.
No, there was nothing that would cause them to want to kill each other because there's plenty of food. They'd never run out of food.
So there was dudes that starved themselves just because.
Yeah, they just died. They went to a corner and just didn't move for days and just died.
So my thing is, they have everything that they need, but they're still in a cage. Would that drive them insane?
So it was a large enclosure, like probably the size of this living room, and he only put about 50 rats in there to test it out. So I mean I guess that could drive you insane, but there was no need to survive.
You mean die?
Their need to survive wasn't there, so they didn't need to breed, they didn't need to scavenge, so they just kind of like some of themselves died, some got aggressive, and in the end, it went down to one rat who survived it all. And the rat just eventually went to a corner and just died and just stayed there for days, not eating.
Well, I mean, if you've seen all your friends do the same thing, I mean, it'd be traumatizing.
But
It's not like their brain's very big. He's like, fuck, I'm the last one. God damn, I guess it's my turn.
So it's wild. Like if you were in a kind of, it makes you think of like Wall-E or something. You know, if you were somewhere where all your needs taken care of, you don't have to work, nothing. Like what kind of person would you turn into?
A fat fucking slob.
Like people from like Wall-E?
Yeah. Like I look at that and that's slowly but surely that's America today with the conveniences and everything. Like it is not hard to be a fat fucking slob. But I look at myself and I'm like, but what if I had $50 million in my bank account and just lived a middle class lifestyle? I could be a fat fucking slob and be just fine. I could play video games all day. I could sit on my ass, go to sleep when I want, wake up when I want. I wouldn't need anything. I just have to pay taxes and...
But not even that.
Oh, dude, it'd be even worse. You know how much porn I could watch? Oh.
But at what point would that porn just be nothing for you? At what point?
Okay, don't get in this conversation.
Because, you know...
You can go to some deep, dark places on the web.
Everything escalates. Everything escalates. And I actually was taught...
What?
I was told a certain coworker of ours...
Oh, yeah?
You know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
He does his own thing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. He told me about this kink. And I don't know why he told me of all people. But it's called crushing. Have you ever heard of it?
Can't say I have. No, I don't even want to Google it right now.
I have heard
You've
of
heard
it.
of crushing?
Yes.
Is that where you get kicked in your balls?
If I'm off the mark, let me know. But when he told me, I was like, oh my God, that's savage. But like women will wear stilettos.
Yeah, and stomp on your balls, right?
Nope.
Kick you?
Nope.
Oh, I'm okay.
Nothing to the man, but small animals like kittens,
Oh, see, that's different.
puppies, like literally crushing,
Oh, did someone put a comment in there? I saw the thing go up.
literally crushing these animals, and it like turns them on.
Really?
Yeah, not even lying.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It makes me sick. It makes me because you know I like cats. I have cats.
Huh. Yeah, that got dark real quick.
It did.
Yeah, and that's not what I thought it was. That was way off.
So what's the crushing? You know.
Like Ferg said,
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
it was like-
stilettos and crushing balls.
Well, I didn't look it up, and the person who told me is a little sketch, so it might be wrong. But the fact that he got so
Hello.
the fact that he got so specific with it, I was like, I feel like you're either this is correct or something you're into.
I feel like that's psychopath.
Well, did you see that cop
bit.
that there's a Netflix documentary about that cop that would go into chat rooms and talk about like maiming females and like murdering them and doing all those things to them, and then they put him on trial.
I just scared away a viewer. Sorry, Red.
Okay, Little Red. Okay, so but before we transition to Ask Reddit, so when you said mice, it made me think of this one. So when I was in the Netherlands, you have a giant trash can where all your wet waste goes. So not wet waste like is in your ass, but like all your food waste. So your banana peels, your leftover meat, anything.
Biodegradable.
Kind of. but they would only pick it up once a month. So it'd be the month of July or August, and you'd have this trash can, and maggots would be falling out of it, right? So it caused mice to get into like my garage. Well, I put out little mouse traps, but I was looking, and there was like nowhere for these things to hide, like nowhere. There's bricks on the ground. I had nothing for them to hide but a fucking trash can and maybe a trash bag. I wasn't next to a field. I was in a neighborhood. And so finally I went to the pet store to get like legit rat killer, like some shit, like it tricks them. They think it's food and then they die. And it was kind of repulsive because they would eat it and it would slowly kill them. So you'd be like leaving the house and there'd be this mouse like trying to crawl away, you know, and I'd be like, oh God, let me get this dude out of here. But I had to, because it went from I saw one mouse one day to 2 weeks later, there was like 9 mice because they multiply so fast.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the pet store and I was talking to the dude, and the dude was like, yeah, but what you don't understand is a mouse can fit into a crease as small as 6 millimeters. And the mice are like this big.
Yeah.
But they can squeeze their bodies into something as small as 6 millimeters. So he said what they were probably doing was they were probably burrowing in between the wall of my house and the bricks. And they had like a little village underground. But 6 millimeters, dude.
Mice are like cats, where their bones can like move around. So the biggest bone in a cat is their skull. It's the only bone that doesn't compact and compress. So if a cat can get their head through something, they can get their body through it.
That's nuts.
That's why they have
their
whiskers.
yeah.
So they're like, oh, I can get my head through this, and they squeeze their head through. Like there's a video out there of a kitten squeezing through the bottom of a closed door
Yeah, that's nuts.
because it got its head through and then whoop, squeezed right through. But mice and rats, same thing.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
It's 6 millimeters now. You should be used to that, right, Ferg?
It looks like 8 inches to me.
Yeah, dude, this is 6 inches, right?
Of course, dude.
Like,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, dude.
My wife thinks so.
I mean, that's what I know.
Okay, all right. So first question is, what's an animal everyone thinks is harmless, but in reality is very dangerous?
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
People really think they're friendly?
So people think they're cute, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, the hippo is so friendly."
An octopus can squeeze through anything? Is that really true?
Yes, it
Yes.
is. It is.
Damn.
Well, because they have no bones, so
But they still have like mass on their skin.
Haven't you seen the videos online of like octopuses
I've seen 'em-
escaping from
the ships and stuff?
anything?
I've seen them in the ships where they like suck. It's a giant octopus and he sucks through a hole like that big.
Even like aquariums and stuff
Yeah.
like that, they have to like especially lock these cages for the octopus not to get out.
I'm gonna check that out after this.
because they like there's stories of octopus getting out, going to other enclosures and eating the fish, and then
Oh, that's nuts.
and then going back to their original
And
enclosure.
acting like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're just full. Like, hey, what's up?
lunch was good today.
And it's actually been proven that some octopuses memorize the pattern of like guards or people.
I mean, I did read that octopus are very smart.
Yeah.
I did read that.
So
I was going to say sea lions because everyone sees sea lions and they think they're like very cute and cuddly. But they're actually very, very, very aggressive.
Really?
Have you ever seen that video of that sea lion that jumped out of the water and pulled that girl into the water that was sitting on that break wall?
It's gonna be cool.
She was just sitting there and hanging out with the family. The family was going to take a picture, and the sea lion jumped out and grabbed her and pulled her into the water, and someone had to jump in and grab her. But sea lions are very, very aggressive.
well, there is a photographer who was
Seals, sea lion, same
yeah.
shit.
So sea lions, I think, are bigger than seals.
Yeah.
And they eat like penguins. And there's actually a photographer who was in Antarctica filming penguins, and he said a sea lion came to him and he was like crapping himself. He was
Oh,
underwater.
I believe it.
But he said the sea lion saw him, left, and then came back with a dead penguin to give to him. Because I think he thought he was a sea lion and was like, "Hey, buddy, here's something to eat. Here's this dead penguin I killed for you."
Did he accept it or?
Well, he kind of just like watched sea like just you can find the pictures online of the sea lion like coming up to this guy like real close and then leaving and then coming back with a dead penguin, and like the guy's like, "Oh, thanks," just taking pictures of it.
Do you want to see a video of octopuses
Yeah, of course.
squeezing through a hole?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see it.
All right.
Is this going to be our reaction?
We're gonna pull it up on
I saw the
on the
koalas
screen.
are assholes, but I've seen a couple of videos of people in Australia saving koalas on the side of the road because they're so slow and they get hit by cars. They just hiss like cats.
I think we saw the same TikTok. The guy on the motorcycle.
Yo, my finger still hurts from a month ago when we played.
Dude, my chin hurts.
Like, see that lump? God, I just put it on the table and it was like,
I drew blood today.
Yeah, you were really in the battlefield today.
Foxes, but like people have foxes as pets. The
Well,
fennec,
you
the
can,
fennec
you
fox.
can, yeah, you can tame a fox, but in the natural habitat, yeah, they're really mean. But they're also very timid, so they're not aggressive. They're not going to hunt you or track you or anything like that.
Yeah.
But because they look cute and cuddly, people think they can go pet them.
Well, not gonna see them on live because my Mac is stupid.
That's all right.
I've seen this.
Oh, you see that spot? No way. You are wrong, my friend. No. He can go through anything that his beak will fit through. When you watch, he's gonna go right through there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look at him.
he's gonna get right through that.
So to explain to listeners, there's like maybe a 1 foot gap
Going
at
for it.
Not
best.
even, dude. I think about 2
Telling you
inches.
Right now.
Well, 2 inches like
Watch him
that.
change color too.
A little bigger than 2 inches. But this octopus has got to be what, 60-pound octopus?
No
Way.
So a 600-pound octopus can fit through a hole the size of a quarter.
They have no bones, so they can just whoop right through it.
Yeah, the funny thing. So
He
the
is-
funny
He's
thing
gotta
that
have a brain and
octopuses
shit.
come up.
Working his way.
I was actually watching a YouTube or a TikTok, and they're discussing that there's a theory that octopuses came from space. They're actually aliens.
I could see that. I mean, look at him.
That's interesting.
I mean, he's got to have a brain and organs. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, look how small that hole is, dude. That's
I
nuts.
told you, man. It's a small hole. But octopus are really smart. Yeah, dude, that hole is no bigger than two.
Comes the rest of his brains.
He's just
Like,
all the way
how?
through it now.
See, like, that's what blows my mind. How is that possible? That hole's so small, his brain.
And there he goes, back in the water,
Yo, he was so big.
and he's out.
And he just jizzed on his way out. Guess he's in crushing his own body.
I mean, he squeezed the crap out of himself, literally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Oh, all right. Well, because we were on the discussion earlier, I was going to choose a different question, but I'll ask you, you non-Texans, what are your thoughts when you hear Texas?
Oh, wait, can we back up? I didn't get an answer for the dangerous animal.
he didn't. What's your? Well, you
No, I
said
did.
you said
I
hippo
said-
with me, but
I
you
said sea lion or seal. And then I talked about the
okay,
girl that got
yeah,
snagged because they're very, very aggressive. But people
Yep.
think is like
He did,
you go
yeah.
to SeaWorld. Yeah. So can you apologize?
wait.
Can you apologize?
No. Why?
Fair enough. Moving
Why
along.
would I apologize? I think
moving
there's some
along.
trash
Plug.
needs to be taken out later.
All right, dude. Enjoy your fucking beer. There's someone in there that said I think Broot enjoys beer more than friends, and well, it's showing today.
That's true.
All right. So what are your thoughts when you hear Texas?
But
But
okay,
you've been there. You've been
I
stationed there.
spent-
Have you been there? Stationed there?
For tech school and traveling through.
Okay. Tech school. God, that sucks.
I
Yeah.
spent the first 10 years of my career in Texas. So when I think of Texas, I think of
You're gonna say something fucking smart.
I'm not, dude. I think of people who are really nice. Most people I've met in Texas are nice. Like I think I already told the story of when I hit that deer on the channel and I was helped by some redneck ass Texans.
Yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah.
You know, they didn't kill me. They didn't take me and skin my body. They helped me out. And yeah, I think of kindness. I have a lot of friends that live in Texas, a lot of family that live in Texas. So, I don't know if I will personally end up in Texas after I'm done, but I have nothing negative to think. I mean, great Mexican food. How about
Fair.
that? Great Mexican food.
Fair. Tex-Mex. People get offended, but yes.
I got something.
What's up?
I had a buddy that was from Texas, and he tried to argue with me, saying that California was not connected to Mexico.
Well, it definitely is.
Well, that guy's just dumb.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Like,
What do you think? The
that's
Texas
dumb.
border was the Mexican border?
I don't know. I had to show him,
Jesus.
pull up a map and show him that California is attached to
I
Mexico.
mean, you ever heard of Baja, California? Like,
Oh, dude.
But I also, when I think of Texas, is you got the cliche of those people going, "Well, everything's bigger in Texas."
yeah, I
do say
do.
that sometimes.
So I did say the nice things. The other things. About
Okay, well, I wasn't talking about the other things.
the other things.
Oh God.
The amount of pickup trucks. So wherever you live right now in the States, if you go to Texas, the amount of pickup trucks on the road will increase by 95%. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, he can't. He can't. Everyone has a pickup truck.
Yeah, you're right.
And do the majority of them do anything with those pickup trucks that require a pickup truck?
Oh no, it was funny because it's funny you say that because I had a Suburban in the Netherlands, and we shout out to my buddy Jeroen. We took him and his wife to his wife Kristen. They came to visit us in Texas when we went on vacation, and it was funny because my Suburban in our town was just unrealistic, unneeded. Everyone thought we were dumb for having one. And we're driving from the airport back to the house, and he looked at me and he was like, damn, out here, everyone has your vehicle. And I was like, yeah, because you saw 100 Suburbans driving down the highway, 100 pickup trucks, 100 everything. Okay, can you block whoever just made that comment? What?
So I know who that is. And
We them boys? Oh, insert SpongeBob meme, please, dude. We them boys.
So I know who that is, and he loves the Dallas Cowboys, and for the life of me, I don't know why.
You know, I have to give it to Jerry Jones and the Cowboys because they came up with the greatest scam of all time, saying that the Cowboys are America's team.
Yeah, I mean,
because by far they are not
that way. Because the Green Bay tried to do it, and Jerry Jones almost sued them.
Yeah,
but I mean, they also, I don't know, fired Jimmy Johnson, one of the best coaches of all time. So,
but my thing is, if the Cowboys are America's team, I don't think they are. I think if any team is, Green Bay Packers.
I think Green Bay Packers is America's team.
And I'm not even a Packers fan.
I feel like everyone knows the Packers.
Yeah,
everyone's heard of the Packers, even if you're not a football fan.
I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're the only team owned by the public.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
America's team.
Fucking Cowboys. Fucking Cowboys. Oh,
so how long did Tim Tebow play for the Cowboys?
What?
How many years?
I don't think
Did Tebow?
I don't think he played for
Wait,
the
no,
Cowboys.
not Tebow. Who was the big quarterback?
Tony Romo, Troy Aikman?
Romo.
Yeah,
Thank
Tony
you.
Romo.
I'm not. You know me. Don't worry about it.
Tony Romo's actually a really good golfer. He's won a couple
He just
tournaments.
won the Lake Tahoe tournament.
Yeah.
Is he gonna do the $120 million thing?
No, he's not a professional golfer, but he wins tournaments. So I liked Tony Romo a lot. He was just a choke artist when it came to crunch time.
Did he win any rings?
No, the Cowboys haven't won any rings since the 90s. That's my point. Yeah. So when it's 2023, hearing about 50 days, when their season's ramping up and they're like, Cowboys bound for the Super Bowl, I'm going to say once again, stop it. Stop it.
Hey, maybe it's Dak Prescott's year, and then Ezekiel Elliott will fumble it into the end zone. And
well, what they should have done was not given Zeke all that money, gave Dak the max contract, and then use that other dead money to do something else.
and find a new running back.
Yeah, find a running back. Oh, I don't know. Maybe fix the offensive line since half of them left. Fix their secondary that's been broke for the last 10 years. I could go on and on and on. 12 seasons for
Romo. And we had Gooby say hi.
How many was he healthy after he fucking got his back destroyed?
How many times did he break his collarbone?
I didn't even know it was.
And I like Tony, man. He was a fantasy football god, man. He would sling it. He'd put up numbers. But if it came down to 2-minute drill in the fourth quarter, you knew that dude was throwing an interception.
Tony Romo was a fantastic quarterback, but he is an even better announcer.
Oh, I love it.
So good.
A lot of people hated on him because they said the first year he blew everybody's minds, and the second year he did the exact same thing, but I think people were used to it. So like, oh, Tony Romo, he's not the same. But like, you listen to Tony, he'll call plays before they start. Like, he's like, oh, looking at the Will linebacker here, they're probably going to go a flex double stretch. And then they do a flex double stretch for 20 yards. And he's like, yep, that's what I thought.
And it's almost every play.
He gets wrong every once in a while. But, I mean, when he calls it, like, just watching the game and listening to him, it's nuts. I love it. Better than Jason Witten. He was abysmal. Jesus. Sorry, we'll let you talk now.
I don't. What do you want to talk about?
I can ask another question. Here.
Go ahead.
Find something. Let's see. Does anybody in here sleep naked?
No.
Okay. Because it said if you sleep naked, why?
My thing with people sleeping naked, what do you do in an emergency?
So I'm weird, man,
you
guys.
just sling that bad boy.
I'd like to sleep naked, obviously, until I had children, because that's just weird. But I enjoy it. I feel comfortable. I like cold. I like being in a little pocket.
That's almost like standing while you poop.
No, it's not even close. I bet there's more people than you think that sleep naked.
Oh, 100%.
I know someone who sleeps naked.
Yeah,
my father. Yeah, because my dad would come out of his room buck ass naked
Oh no!
So my dad has worked in the security industry, like alarms, like home alarms, alarm systems his whole life. And every now and then, like we had this high tech alarm in our house.
Oh, hi Gooby. I didn't see your comment. Sorry. Hey Gooby.
And then every now and then, the alarm would go off. I mean, it was very few and far in between. But when it did, he would just get out of bed and go take care of it. And of course, me and my brother would get up and be like, "What's going on?" And here goes my dad out of his room, just buck ass naked,
Damn.
to just set off to fix the
Props
alarm.
to your dad.
And he's like, "Just go back to bed, boys." And we're just like, "All right, Dad," like scarred for life.
I'm guessing that's your brother since he can confirm.
Yeah, that's him. Can confirm.
And now we know why Broot likes beer more than friends, because
Yeah.
he has nightmares.
I gotta drink.
Yeah.
I gotta drink the pain away.
Jesus.
You know.
But like, what happened? Like, say, hypothetically, your house was on fire. You're butt ass naked. What are you doing?
So I actually.
Your
Sorry.
house was on fire when your dad was naked?
No.
Oh. Oh, come on.
So the wife and I were traveling, and we stayed at this really nice hotel, and we were the only ones there who were under 30. Everyone else was probably over in their 50s or over.
And they were all naked.
About 2 a.m, the fire alarm goes off.
Nice.
So I jump out of bed and I run out. I'm like, "What's going on?" And all these old people come out of their room, but they're all wearing robes
Okay.
because they were all just buck ass naked,
Good on him, dude.
just wearing. I guess
living
in
their best life?
in emergency, you put a robe on.
I don't have a robe.
Well,
I don't
then-
either.
The adrenaline will
Do
be
you sleep
pumping.
naked?
No, I usually have a pair of shorts on.
Yeah, I usually have shorts now that I fucking birth kids, or I didn't, but help convince birth to kids. But yeah,
Didn't pull out.
yeah, I was lazy. Oh,
So
Ask Broot about my sleepwalking. You got a story about that?
many
so
many
which one's the funny one?
stories. Well, there was
Hold
one.
on, does he still sleepwalk?
I don't know. Well, okay. First off, my brother
He's a Cowboys fan.
is a Cowboys fan.
He is.
I don't, for reasons unknown to the family. Unknown.
That's all right.
Nobody's perfect.
I was lame once too.
And he would sleepwalk. And one time he just walked out of his room and just pissed in the hallway.
Nice.
He opened his door and just stood there and just free pissed all
Did
in
he
the
ever
hallway.
put
Dude.
pillows in the oven? I saw that on a show once.
Oh, you saw it on Step Brothers.
Yeah, that was. I saw it on a show.
But no, like there were times where he would like open my door to my room and walk in and then just walk out. But the instant of there's just a second of terror when your door opens and you're like, "Hey, what's up?" and they don't respond to you. There's a small instance of like, "Oh my God, this is how I die." But then he would just walk back to his bed.
Oh, he'd put himself to sleep?
He would either always go back to his room or
Piss in the hallway.
piss in the hallway. Yeah.
Would you guys wake him up?
They say you're not
No.
supposed to, but
No,
is
we
that a real
never-
thing?
We would
I
never wake
feel like
him
that's
up.
a myth.
Yeah, me too.
I heard it is that if you sleepwalk, that you should wake someone up, especially if they can put themselves in a dangerous situation.
Your brother hasn't responded. Does he still sleepwalk?
I don't know. No, he fucking mows lawns while he sleeps, dude.
All right, here we go. It
bad.
is not dangerous to wake up a patient from sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Oh. But do you just get over that? That's what I'm really intrigued about. Do you
Yeah,
just
like
one day
does he
just
still
stop sleepwalking?
sleepwalk? Yeah, is he still sleepwalking?
I think my wife would
I don't know.
divorce me. She'd get tired of putting up with that shit.
So I haven't lived with my brother for like 18 years, but I know that. So his bed was a bunk bed, but he slept on the top bunk, and the bottom was like a desk. And he legit would crawl his ass out of bed on the top bunk and crawl back in.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Did y'all like exorcise the demons out of your house or?
I don't snore anymore. I found out I had sleep apnea.
God
whatever.
damn it. You're not answering the question.
Do you still sleepwalk?
Brute.
Do you still sleepwalk?
I know it's been 18
I
years.
do not sleepwalk anymore. He said, there you go.
No, but
There we
probably because he has the sleep apnea machine keeping him
Well,
tied
he-
down.
Well, I
to the-
fucking snore like someone's cutting wood, and I don't sleepwalk. I just wake up with a dry mouth and a headache.
He does live with his girlfriend, so I feel like she would tell him like, hey, you're sleepwalking, dude.
That's fair. Well, I'm glad you got better and cured your disease.
But he does like wrestle demons in bed.
That's what I said. I just said that you exercise those demons in your
So
house.
like every Christmas growing up, we would have Christmas at my grandparents' house, and they didn't have a huge house. So in the very back room, my grandpa had a couch with a pull-out bed. So my brother and I would share the bed, right on Christmas Eve, and every night, like it's like he was wrestling somebody in the bed, and he would end up with his head where his feet started. Like just so rambunctious to the bed. Are you still like that?
Joke's on you. He was doing it on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Jackass.
Either that or he was doing a rub and tug and you caught him so he's like, act like he's not asleep.
Multiple times in our living room with my quilt, I would drag my quilt across our old house. Yeah, he would sleepwalk like crazy, dude. All the time.
Okay, well, on the terrifying end of the spectrum, another question is what is normal at 3 p.m. but terrifying at 3 a.m.? Besides your
Normal
brother sleepwalking.
at 3 p.m., but terrifying. Someone running a blender.
Oh, but 3 a.m. they could still be partying.
But if you weren't partying and you heard a blender just going and you're lit in your kitchen,
Yeah. Oh, in my own kitchen?
In your own
in
house,
your
yeah.
kitchen, yeah. Like the kids are in bed, you're in bed. It's you call it a night and suddenly the blender starts running.
Yeah, that's fair. So a couple of houses ago, a bad storm came and it was like beating against the walls and it was super loud. And I heard a voice and I hopped out of bed, just panicked. And the rain was coming. It was hailing. It was raining, hard winds. You couldn't see anything in the house. And I heard the voice again and I thought someone was inside my house. So I grabbed this like baton I had next to my bed and I'm walking in the hallway and then I heard, "Wanna play?" And I screamed. You know, like when you're so shocked, you're like, "Ugh," like I was just frozen, you know? Like, and I was like, "Ah!"
Chucky was in your house.
Yeah. I freaked out. My heart's racing. And then like, it took a second to calm down to think with this like torrential downpour outside, ain't nobody breaking in my house and wanting to play. Well, then I heard it again. You want to play? And then I realized it was coming from my daughter's room. And the vibration from the thunder outside was shaking this cash register inside. That's how bad the storm was and making it go off. Well, I picked it up and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. I couldn't figure out where the batteries are. It's pitch black in my daughter's room. So I just put it down and I was like, okay, well now I know what it is. And I turned around and then the damn cash register said, okay, goodbye. I put that fucking cash register in the basement, locked that door and went to bed, dude. Scared.
Did you exorcise the demons out of your house?
Demon stayed in the basement until the sun came out.
I got a story about something like that. So growing up, I have two little sisters, and they had a life-size Elmo.
Oh, like the Tickle Me Elmo?
Yeah, but it didn't talk. It didn't have any voice box or anything like that. But one night, my sister screaming at Elmo to shut up.
Oh,
Shut up,
nope,
Elmo.
nope.
Shut up. My mom goes in there. What's going on? Elmo won't stop talking to me. Like,
Oh, hell no, dude.
we didn't have Elmo much longer after that.
Hell no, dude.
Oh,
It was kid size Elmo, and it was talking to her.
yeah, nope.
Nah.
But that's not the only So apparently, my mom went and checked on them because they were talking to someone in the room before, and she goes, "What's going on?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just talking to that guy." And points over my mom's
hell
shoulder,
no.
and my mom says she turned and looked over her shoulder and was like, "What guy?"
Did y'all exercise those damn demons?
I don't know. But kids are susceptible to those
Yeah, they
things.
are.
So.
Yeah. They say babies can see things we can't.
Yeah.
And they say little kids, that's pretty normal. But
That's why I don't have kids.
I would say all of that is irregular at 3 a.m. and would be
Yeah.
okay to. I mean, I'm scared of the dark. So anything at
Me too.
nighttime.
Are you one of those people that like you turn off your lights and you run?
So I won't run, but luckily here in Europe, you can turn on the light that's going to be in the next stage of my adventure. So I've been okay. But in Italy, our power would go out all the time the minute it started raining. And if it was in the middle of the night and my breaker was downstairs around like two corners in the basement in the back of my garage.
Dude, you're like playing real life Phasmophobia.
Yeah, so when the light would go out, the power would go out, my wife would be like, babe, the power's out. Can you reset the breaker? I'd put my covers up and be like, yeah, we can turn it back on tomorrow. And if I really had to, I'd open the door and be like, dogs, get down there and figure out what this demon is.
Yeah.
And so it got to a point where my wife just wouldn't even ask anymore. She'd be like, the power went out last night. I turned it on, you pussy. And I'm like, fair enough. I mean, you could have died.
I still get those urges sometimes when I turn off the light and then I step towards my bed and I go to lay in my bed. What if something grabs me?
Yeah. When I walk up the stairs, like when my wife's already asleep and it's just me and I'm like, I'm turning off all the lights down here and I'm going to walk up the stairs and I'm like, something's behind me looking at me. I know it is. And I don't even want to look because I don't want some creature to be sitting at the bottom of my steps. So I'm just like, just keep going.
Keep running. Keep running.
Yep. Yeah, I'm terrified of the dark. I don't know why, because I worked mids my whole career, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But the dark in my house, no, I'm good.
Nice.
What else we got on the docket? Ask Reddit, sports.
We had another question, and I read it while you were saying your story.
What's the question? I see a funny story.
So my brother and I are very far apart in age.
Okay.
And when I was a teenager, he was young, and I had a PlayStation in my room. And he would try to come and play it in the morning, like on the weekends, but I would sleep in until like 10 because I was out with my buddies the night before, like teenagers do. But one day in particular, the Friday night before, my buddies and I watched The Ring.
Oh, that was scary when it came out.
Terrified me.
That was one of the best scary movies I've seen. Yeah.
Terrified me. Like when that bitch crawls out of the TV.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Oh, hell no. No, it got
7 days.
So like I remember watching Scream and I was like, oh, that wasn't too bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
Scream's nothing. But then like The Ring came out, we're like, oh, this will be easy. And then when they show that flash of the girl in the closet and her face is just fucked.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, oh.
That was like the very beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That set the whole
It
tone.
wasn't the attic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
open the door and she's just like fucked up. Like
Yeah.
that set the whole tone for the movie. I'm like, okay, this is not to be messed with. Anyways, we watched The Ring and I'm terrified. I was like, man, that movie, whoo, that's scary. Go home, go to bed, whatever. Wake up the next morning and my fucking TV is on. And it's the snow. And I'm just in my bed holding my covers up to my chin, shitting myself.
Yes.
Like terrified. You know the terror. You ever been so terrified you can't even make a noise? You're just like, oh.
Yeah, I just said when I was in the hallway, like I tried to scream, but I was just sitting there like.
Exactly. I was shitting myself, and then my brother walks in, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Ryan, I just turned the TV on because I'm gonna play PlayStation." And he sat down and played PlayStation, and I was just like, I had
Trying to come back to life.
needed a minute to like get myself back because it was fucking terrifying.
So I can't watch The Ring in my house with my wife because when she was a kid, her brothers terrorized her with that movie. Oh. They watched it and then did the TV trick while she was sleeping.
I mean, that shit was scary. When
man.
that shit came out, that shit was, it fucked with you.
Yeah.
I believe we have a question from a fan, don't we?
We do have a question from a fan. So it came from. Let me pull it up real quick.
So for while he's looking that up, would you be one of those people in like a apocalypse or something that would happen like crazy and you would freeze? Like you couldn't move?
No, I'm not. I think what scared me the most was I was already tiptoeing through the house because I thought that people were trying to break in. So I was ready for like adversaries at the front door or the side door. And then when I heard a child's voice behind me saying, "Wanna play?" Fucking the demons took me over, dude. I was like, there's a fucking poltergeist in my house. Like, I didn't know what to do because I was ready. I was ready to beat the shit out of somebody in my house. And then that happened and I was just like, ah! But I don't think my reaction is flight. I think my reaction is fight. I don't think it's freeze either. Flight is probably fight, flight, and then freeze.
Well, because some people will freeze during things like that.
It's an actual reaction. You just fight, or freeze. I think freeze is my last one. I think I just had no earthly idea what the fuck was going on in my house at that time. And then once the freeze stopped and I could catch my breath, I was like, ain't no one breaking in this fucking house. Let me go turn this thing off. And the scariest part was when I went to leave and that shit said, okay, goodbye. And I was like, nope, not having it. This shit's going in the fucking basement. Nope. and it was just turning itself off. And it was dumb of me too. I think it was just the adrenaline rushing, but that thing did that. When it went into idle mode, it would say, okay, goodbye, because it was a cash register. And I knew that. But that night, nah, dude.
No,
Nope.
all you know is terror. All right. So the question, this came from Metal Aunt.
Okay. Nice. She's coming steady with the question.
What was the best comeback you ever had for a put down, but you never got to say it at the time and you wish you'd had? So like someone put you down or whatever, and you thought of the comeback after you were gone.
So I can't think of. So I learned to come back when I was probably a young teenager, and it worked always whenever somebody said a comeback that beat you, and you didn't have anything. And it was a nice comeback, but if I wanted to come back, I'd wipe it from your mom's face. So I would always go to that if I was getting beat, and then everyone would be like, oh, and that person would be like, yeah, fucking, they never had anything because they didn't see it coming, but you got to use it sparingly, only when you're in despair.
But his mom seen it coming.
Yeah, his mom had it coming. Yeah, she had to clean it up. So I always used that, and that wasn't used on me. It was used on somebody in a circle of friends that we were at, and they were getting
you just banked it. You're like,
and then he said that, and of course I was one of the dudes that was like, oh, and I was like, wow, that was genius. So I've used that more than a dozen times, and it's worked every time. But you know me, like I'm very abrasive. I'm very like off the cuff. People say I'm witty and I got good comebacks. So rarely am I in a position where I'm just out of content to say back, but I usually take it over the edge.
so I know when you don't have a comeback.
What's that?
You look at me and you're like, all right, dude.
I do say that too. But that's like mindless banter. Like if we're going back and forth and you're like, we're just being witty with each other. You come with something like, all right, dude, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. But if we're really getting at it and someone's like trying to get at me, I'm like, all right, dude, I got you.
So
But I go for the jugular though. That's the thing. So when it's like mindless banter, I've got to mind myself. So I'm like, all right, I concede.
I learned a lot of my witty remarks from an old coworker of mine. I guess I would say an old boss of mine. But he always had the best comebacks for everything, and I always like make sure to bank every single one that he would say to anybody. Some of them are so, I would say, so egregious. I don't want to say them now because I don't want to get the channel canceled so fast.
Yeah, that probably just got me canceled, but that's all right.
So we're just gonna hold off on. I'll tell you guys offline a couple of them, but I'm gonna hold back. But I mean, a good one is like if someone messes something up that's really routine. I like I remember my first day.
Oh, that dude, that never gets old.
That never gets old. Or like the potted plant one. Like, hey, I got a potted plant for you. And it's like, oh, why? Place out auction. You keep wasting.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good one. But the question was there ever a time when you thought of the comeback after the fact?
so the answer is yes, because I have been in positions where I've left and I've been like, son of a bitch, that would have been so good. I just can't think of it. It's kind of like when you get yelled at by your parents and you close the door and you're like, fucking fight you. Like, you're talking to me like that. Like, that's how when I get home, I'm sitting there and I'm replaying how I just got roasted in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I should have just told him his fucking nose is ugly, something like that. So yes, I have been there. I think we all have. I just can't think of one specific moment because at the point, at least that I can remember, that was my go-to. The minute I was just getting toasted, I was like, all right, dude, yeah. I'd play it off like I'm not mad. Like, nice comeback, bro. But I wanted that.
Yeah, it's happened to me a few times in the past. Like, I thought of it after the fact, but I can't remember. I can't remember the specific moment of like when it happened.
And I've been torched. Like, I'm not invincible. I've been the gaggle area at the last place I worked where we'd all smoke and fucking joke and have beers. There was many a times where one example, and then I'll let Soren give his answer, was I used to smoke cigarettes, and a lot of us did, and the people started trickling out that smoked cigarettes, and a buddy of mine, shout out to Ish, kept saying, hey, try vaping. I'm telling you, I quit smoking. And I used to always be like, nah, y'all are fucking lame. I would never do that. It's a douche kazoo, like blah, blah, blah. And then it came down. It was only like two of us that smoked, me and my buddy Nori, but we were both, neither of us wanted to buy cigarettes because then it admitted that we were smokers. So we were just large moochers, man. We toss you a couple dollars. We were moochers. And it came to a point where no one had cigarettes. And my buddy Ish was like, hey, well, I've got this extra vape. Take it home over the weekend. Let me know what you think. Made a huge difference. Like I felt better when I ran. All these, not saying that vaping's healthy, but it made a big difference. Well, I came back on Monday and I was like, well, I don't need cigarettes. I'm just going to vape. Dude, I stepped into that smoke pit after making fun of them dudes for like 6 months because they all vaped. There was absolutely nothing I could do. I'm not even going to say half the foul shit they said to me for the coming weeks. The minute I stepped outside, they're like, whoa, look who it is. I'm like, there's nothing I can say right now. I flat out made fun of y'all for 6 months. Like, I deserve every bit of this. But there were some days where I'm like, will y'all just leave me the fuck alone? Please?
Instead of going to the smoke pit, you go out to your car, just sitting in the vape, just like a loser, like
Sitting in the bathroom stall, flushing the toilet every time I fucking pump out. Yeah. But, yeah, what's yours? You got anything in mind?
I don't have anything in mind because, like, you think of the comeback after you leave, right? And then after that, like, you just drop it out of your mind. Like, you drop the scenario. I don't even remember anything they said to me at this point.
I'd be interested if Metal Aunt had an example. She asked the question.
She didn't. She didn't have an example, but she asked the.
No, I'm challenging her. I wonder if she's got an example.
Yeah, so she's listening, but she will. Yeah.
I mean, next time that happens to me, I'm gonna think of it because the question was asked.
Next time that happens to me, we'll bring it up on air. But I don't know because then it'll show my weakness.
That's a tough question. I barely remember what I did yesterday.
That's true. I don't know the last time I pooped. That's not true. It was this morning. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Don't know what I had for lunch yesterday.
All right, I think we're hitting around the end of our time.
All right.
So, I know we usually have the music, but we started really low.
We're gonna have to figure that out. Like, I'm gonna have to do some tweaking.
Okay.
Because this was thrown on me at the last second.
It was. I gave you no time to prepare.
No.
Well, and we showed up late, so we had no time to practice.
I can put it into the OBS and I can do all that where it can be low and then.
Okay, we'll do that next time.
Yeah.
The next time. Anyways.
So when we end, I'll just play the music. We'll go out.
Copy that. All right. So I want to say thanks everyone who tuned in and watched the live stream. And of course, this will be available on Spotify and anywhere else you may get your podcasts. And always remember to send us your questions either at Gmail, Broot at gmail.com or at Twitter at Broot and Ferg.
What day do we get back next week?
We get back Friday.
So would Friday be a good day to do it, or should we push it to like Sunday? What works for you?
Anytime during the week's fine for me.
Well, next
Sundays work for me too.
Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we got something with Soren. I don't know if.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I'll have to do next Friday. So next Friday I'll have to go down. Are we good with that?
Well, this Sunday, right?
No, it's next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
It's next Sunday. Oh no, it is this Sunday. It is this Sunday.
The 24th.
Yeah, it is this Sunday. We just talked about that.
Did you make plans?
No, I didn't make plans.
Okay, yeah, then sometime next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever works for you guys.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right.
I think I leave Sunday or Monday. I'll figure that out. But Friday or Saturday would be perfect.
Okay.
The following week.
All right. I think we're good. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks. Toodles.